Jeremiah here. We're out here today, Arizona desert, testing out a few things. So this is my first time shooting this particular firearm. This is the Palmetto State Armory Dagger. It's comes with a threaded barrel, armor, cut slide, and the 1/3 height iron sights. This is chambered in 9mm. It's pretty much a Glock 19 copy. Compatible with most Gen 3 Glock 19 accessories, and also interchangeable frame and slide. So yeah, we're going to try it out today and see how it does. I'm also going to be testing today Magpul technical gloves, the Shellback Tactical Rampage 2.0. I'm not currently wearing any plates in here. I just want to make sure that the fit is comfortable before I add in the weight, but I will be doing that shortly. Other than that, just some basic Russian steel case 9mm, and we're just going to be shooting here at about 10-15 yards. Problem. Alright, so here's the PSA Dagger right next to the Glock 17. So you can see the differences here. Barrel length essentially the same. Width, all pretty standard, comparable in weight as well. The main differences you can see here with the trigger is you have that different blade trigger with the Glock 17 versus the paddle style trigger with the PSA Dagger, more of a Smith & Wesson type. Okay, so in summary, the Palmetto State Dagger, I'm just going to briefly go over the pros, and then I'll go over some of the cons. So the pros, first off, is the price point. This is a very nice pistol for how cheap it comes. For the bare minimum model, starting at $299, I think this one was $359 at the time. Of course, you have to calculate in shipping and then the FFL transfer and taxes, but I think still well under $400 completely. Already has a threaded barrel, upgraded sights, already staged for an armor. Another pro is it comes in a lot of the different configurations and also colorations. This one I got with the Ranger green, or the OD green, which I haven't had on any other firearms before. No extra charge for that, and it has you can get it in black or desert tan or coyote brown, whichever one you'd like. Another pro is it's just very, very similar to the Glock 19, which I'm trained with quite often, so it's very familiar. Also take Glock 19 mags and Glock 19 compatible mags. We were using the Magpul Glock 19 mags, and they seem to do pretty well. So going into some of the cons, well, first off, just holding the firearm, it does seem a bit more rounded Just make sure we're clear. So it does seem much more rounded in the hand, and I was wearing gloves for most of the shooting, and those are brand new gloves, so that could also be a factor. I have never shot with those gloves yet, but even with my bare hand, there is quite a bit of a soft spot right here, right where your grip should be contacting the back of this strap here. The grip does not quite go up in this area, so if you're holding here, it does seem to slip a bit while shooting. Also, it does seem a bit small for my hand as well. If you look here, when I grab here, where my pinky lines up is right on that lip. This here doesn't seem too bad. That actually feels pretty comfortable, but this one while shooting, I do feel that it digs into my pinky, and sometimes my pinky will slip in between here. There's a little space between here and the magazine, and my finger will kind of rest there. Another con is coming in and out of the holster. I'm already seeing bare metal show through the Cerakote here, so doesn't seem too durable. I don't really care about that because I expect them to get beat up anyways. But for some people, if they want something that's gonna last and not wear as quickly, this one is my first time shooting it, and I'm already seeing signs of that. Second off is when shooting until empty, the slide lock does engage, but then to get the magazine out, it's very stiff unless you really depress that magazine release. So it does stick out quite a bit, which is nice. Very tactile. I can feel it with my thumb pretty easily and find that. But if you're going for speed, with previous Glock 19s that I've used, or even the 80% firearms that we built, it's very simple to just depress this and fling it, and the magazine should come out. This one I have to press pretty hard to get that out. Not too big. It might wear down over time. It might also be these mags, but I've noticed some other people who shot these firearms noticed the same or similar thing. So that is one of the cons, but I don't see that as a pretty big deal breaker for me personally. But overall, I think it's a fantastic firearm, especially for the price point, and I do expect them to be pretty competitive in the market today. Alright, so next I want to talk about holsters. I configured a lot of my systems here, specifically this one. This is a Safariland holster. I'm not exactly sure which one. It's not anything too extensive or expensive. It's just a bare model that fits many models of pistols, and the reason I chose this is because I do rotate several pistols in, including a Canik TP9, my Glock 19, or the 80%. I also have a Glock 19 copy that's chambered in 22, and then now the PSA Dagger, which is pretty similar to the Glock, fits in here pretty nicely. It does engage, however, as mentioned before, it is showing some wear from going on in here, which I expected. It's not a perfect fit. There is some give on here. I'm sure I can tighten this back down, but it might not fit in some other Glock 19 holsters that are out there. This is another one of my Glock 19 holsters that I use for inside the waistband, and I'll show you how the fit is on here. So it does fit okay. It's not too terribly loose. The Glock 19 actually does have some movement like this as well, which I can show you. But when it's inside the waistband, it's actually pretty comfortable. I expected this sight or this paddle to be quite uncomfortable, as well as the threaded barrel portion sticking out from here. But honestly, when it's in there and I'm driving or seated, it doesn't really bother me at all, which is great. However, it is not as tight as I would like it to be, but you can tighten that retention screw. But just for comparison, let me show you. So this is an 80% one that it came 80% finished. We finished it up, but again, just basically a Glock 19 copy. So a bit of a snug fit, a little bit of wiggle, but not much, but much more positive retention there, which is what I'd like to see. So will it work in other Glock 19 holsters? Most likely, yes. However, it's going to take some adjusting, which most holsters will be able to be adjusted.